And we are live. Yo, yo, yo. Tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, I have such a special treat for you tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever in the world you may roam. That's right. The Sunshine Show is worldwide. We have the one and only, the most amazing, the most fabulous, the most phenomenal, the most Bowie of them all. We have Dr. Funk in the house all the way from the UK. What's up, Dr. Funk?
Yes, mate. How's it going? You all right?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Really good. Like, just moved back to Newquay from Sunderland, so it's good to be back on the beach. Well, I was at the beach in Sunderland, but it's nice it's down here, you know.
Yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. It's been a minute since we've talked last, and you have a lot of new content. You just dropped a new album. I've been seeing that you're working with a band now. I'm so excited to be here with you and the crew from Bass Players United. If anybody has any questions, comments, suggestions for the one and only Dr. Funk, make sure to drop them there in the comment section, and I will get to them as soon as possible. All right, Dr. Funk, let's talk about this new album.
So yeah, it's called Energy in Motion, like, and it's got some of the best musicians on it. Like, got Dre Energy from the US. Don't know if you've heard of him. He's like a phenomenal drummer. He plays with the Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. So he's absolutely class, and I'm absolutely buzzing with how it's come out. You know, it's really like funky, and it's got some dubstep in there. Even I play some dubstep in there. I quite like dubstep. You know, it's and yeah, I'm buzzing with it. Like, I think if you go and listen to it on Spotify or wherever, Deezer, it's on there. Any streaming platform. It's called Energy in Motion. Like, I'm buzzing with it. Like,
very nice. Energy in Motion by Dr. Funk. All right, so you're using a Cirque du Soleil drummer out of Vegas. How did you get hooked up with this drummer?
So the guys at the studio, I went to Cube Studios in Cornwall. They've got some connections, and we did the album without a drummer, with a click track in it, and they sent it over to him. They knew him, they worked with him on other things, like, and yeah, it came back within like 2 days. I think it was 1 day actually, and it was unbelievable. Like, the drumming is just amazing. If you go and check him out on Instagram, I think he's got like 60,000 followers or something. He does clinics in Japan, and he's absolutely amazing. Like, he's really one of the best. Like, you know.
Very nice.
So I'm buzzing that he's on the album. Aye.
All right. Now, is that the same guy that is in the video with you that I saw recently with you guys in the studio, where you're all rock and roll with your shirt off and headbanging?
Yeah, it was actually really, really hot in that studio. So there was no like cooling down, like, you know. So I say it's rock and roll. We're actually just sweating, like.
But is that the same drummer that is on the album?
It's not, no.
Okay.
So this guy, so I've had to find someone in Cornwall so I can do my practicing, because, like, you know, like, not everyone can get the States. I was actually born in the States, so I could actually move there, but I want to do it here, you know, like where I live, and it's, you know. So Danny Crash, I found him. So I was like auditioning drummers in Cornwall, and I went through a few, and they were okay, and I was like, you know, like, and then, but he'd been asking me for ages. He's like in the pubs, and I always see him like drumming on the chair, but I've always seen him pissed, you know. So I never thought this guy's gonna be shite, you know. And then we had our jam together, and it was just like, oh, I was jamming it, you know, when you just click with a drummer. Oh, it was class, like, and yeah, so we became really good mates through that as well, like. So it's really positive, like.
Very nice. Now, what was your inspiration behind the album? How long did it take you to write this album?
So so, you know, like, I busk on the street and that, and I've got all these riffs that I do. So I made the riffs like years and years ago, and when I went to the studio, I didn't really know where they were going to go because like I've got melodies and I've got different parts of the songs, but then the producer he put his foot in and he's like, right, I'm going to sort these out for you, like And so the producer himself, Gareth Young, amazing producer, he just really, and Ross, the other producer, really like helped us out with structures and stuff.
Okay. And what was it like being told what to do? Are you pretty good taking direction from a producer, or would you rather do it on your own?
Well, I had a vague idea of what I wanted to do myself. Like I sort of like to take control when I'm in a band setting anyway, which musicians don't like as well. So I've been told I'm hard to work with, like, but that's what you gotta do. You gotta, what I mean? You gotta put people straight in that, and yeah, tell them what you want. If you want something, you gotta tell them.
Sure. And what is the big difference between busking and studio life?
Well, it's just all completely different, really, isn't it? Like busking's like it's completely different. When you're playing on the street, you sort of interact with like the passerbys. You got to sort of get their attention and like play some slappy. Like that's why I play a lot of slap stuff. Like it's not why I love to play slap stuff, really. But yeah, and then the studio is just it's just different, and it's like I don't know, really.
What was your inspiration behind this album that you put out?
I just wanted to make a really kick-ass funk bloody rocking album, and that's
Okay.
how it's come out. It's like when I listen to it myself, I'm like, this is class, like. I don't mean to blow my own trumpet, but it's like really good funk, I'm like, this is class, like I can't wait to play it in a band and get it all, like do a tour with the album, like just the album itself. I'm writing new music at the minute as well.
Okay.
But
So
once I get this,
so what are we waiting on for tour? What is it going to take to get Dr. Funk on the road?
well, I need the band first. I've just literally put the band together, and since I've been up north, I've not been practicing. Like, so we've just got a keyboard player. We've got a keyboard player, Winston Kingston, he's called. We've got a saxophone player, guitar player, drummer, and me. And it's we did a show last year. We did a ticketed event which sold out in my hometown, and it was just all I imagined. It was amazing, like really rocking show, like.
All right, very nice. Everybody wants you to come to the United States. Is there a possibility you'll be doing a tour in the States?
Well, yeah, that there is a very big possibility. Like, once I get this band together, well, that's when the marketing will start. So I'm doing my first show with a full band on May the 13th in Newquay. Going to be a ticketed event. If anyone's about and wants to come to that, it'd be class, like. But then, so I just need to work on sorting it all out, really. Like I've got a manager that manages us at the minute, so we're going to try for London first, do some shows in London, and then once we get to London, we'll get some good video footage, and then hopefully venues over the States will want to book us out,
Very, very nice. We are here for you, Dr. Funk. So anything we can do to help you get over here to the United States, or even just get on tour, let us know.
That's some money.
Money. All right. We are manifesting money here for Dr. Funk. If you guys have any questions, drop them there in the chat. I want to give a special shout out to Bass Players United for sponsoring this show today for you guys. Bass Players United is the place to be for all bass things related. All right, very nice. So, Dr. Funk, why the bass?
Why the bass? It's the best, isn't it? There's no question. Like, who wants to play a 6-string when you got a 4-string, man? No, like it's like the funk. Like I love funk. Like I really loved classic rock before I loved funk. And then when I got into funk, I was like, oh, I've got to learn to slap the bass, you know. It was the only thing I wanted to ever do, like, and now that's all I do, which is great. I make a living off it now, which is it's a dream, you know, dream come true.
Now, are you pretty well known where you're at? When you're out busking, do people know that you are the one and only Dr. Funk?
It well, since I had a few viral hits and that, like, I get quite a few people like asking for photos and stuff, you know, like, which is it makes you feel good, like, it's just like what's happening, like, I'm just busking, like, but it's really nice, like, and quite a lot of people in my hometown. It's a small town. I live in Newquay in Cornwall. Everyone knows us and that, and you know, you can't miss us with its hair, you know.
And do you make a pretty decent living busking on the street, or do you have a couple of side hustles as well?
Well, I don't just busk, like, but like I started busking because it was just something to make more money while in between gigs.
Okay.
Like I did the odd like pot washing and stuff, and I'd like, minimum wage. Like, it's just like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that. So I'd start playing on the street in between bands. So I play in two bands at the minute. One called the Big Sets, which is a blues and funk band, and another band called Seaborn and the Dot, which is he's my best mate who's in my band now, and we play blues and funk there as well. Like, so, busking's just like a side. Busking is a side hustle, you know.
Sure, absolutely.
Mhm.
And then what does the stage with Dr. Funk on it look like? What is your live show like?
Oh, just energy, you know. Like, we just give it, like, the guitarist that I play with, like, he's the next Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know. Like, he's insane, and it's just full of energy. Like, we do loads of like just high. We play a song you must know by Jimi Hendrix, Stone Free, but we've
Sure.
like incorporated it to our own, you know. So like, just have some like really fast slap bass solos, and then we've got a slow down bit like half time. You know, it's like, I absolutely love playing with the band, like, because it's when you're on stage, it's completely different, innit? You got this feeling that you push out to the people. I love it, like,
And tell me about that perfect drummer in your life. What are some of the characteristics you look for in a really good drummer? Because we all know drum and bass is the key to
yeah,
life
yeah.
and
Well,
existence.
they got to stay in time, like, that's the main key. You know what? When sometimes when the drummer slips up the time, I'm like, hey, you know, does your head in, doesn't it? So that's the main thing, just to stay in time. But like, when you're feeling with the drummer as well, and you're like grooving, and you're looking at him, and you're just like, yes, that is the one. It's the best. Like,
Absolutely. Do you make a lot of eye contact with the drummer when you're on stage, or do you prefer to stay in
definitely.
your own?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's always like, because you're at the back with the drummer, aren't you? He's like your main man. So like, yeah, I love just playing with the drum, and you're just like, you know, grooving, just class, like.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check out this chat here. We have quite a few people in the house from Bass Players United, from Sunshine and the Bass Kids and Rocksteady Collective. We got Ronnie Peterson. We got Dremone KOT in the house. We got Luis. We got Fenia. We got Jason. We got Leaf Arrow. We got Clarence Jones, Jeremy Hill, Marcus, Aubrey Sanchez. We got the whole fan bam in the house. Jay Long. He's the solid rhythm section is key to a solid band.
You
Absolutely.
know, yeah.
We got Scott White in the house, Daniel Bayanez, and Rachel Rose. You guys, Dr. Funk just dropped a new album available streaming now on Spotify that he put a lot of heart and soul and energy into. So I feel like you guys all need to go check it out if you haven't already. All right. So, what are the future plans for Dr. Funk? You said you've been writing some more music. So,
Yeah.
are plans to get back into the studio or?
So the plan from now will be to work on the band solidly, do our first show in May, get some good videos from that. But then, yeah, get in the studio once we've got the band together. We're gonna first of all learn all the songs from the album. So we're two with this album that I've just dropped, but at the same time do new songs and just keep it like really funky. But also we're gonna do like quite a lot of like hard rock, which is like my roots, you know, like bring it back to my roots. Because when you're on stage and you're playing heavy rock, it's just I love that stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's see. Bionez wants to know what kind of gear do you play through?
So when I'm busking, I can show you if you want. I've got it all here. Right? Do you want us
Yeah.
to?
Give
I'll
us
show
a
you my
little
busking amp.
show and tell.
Yeah. So my busking amp, it's actually I bought it when I was about 17. Cost about 200 quid, and it's lasted like I'm 30 now. You know, 13 years like so.
Very nice. You guys are live with Sunshine and Dr. Funk on Bass Players
This
United.
is my busking amp. I've super glued that input like 10 times, and it's just absolutely falling apart. Like, but it's like World One, you know.
That is the famous amp that we
It's
see
made
in
me
all
so
of
much
the
more. I
videos.
paid 200 quid for it, you know, and it's made me thousands of pounds on the street, like. And then me set up for playing gigs. I've got this Laney 410. It's just in my room. I don't want to show you my room, like, you know.
No, you're fine. You're fine. All good.
Yeah, and then I'll show you my little head up I use.
Thank you, Luis, for hanging out with us tonight on the Sunshine Show with the one and only Dr. Funk out of the UK.
I love how I love how like equipment's getting like really small now. So I use this on my head, and it's just a little TC electronic, like. But to power a 410, it's amazing, you know.
Yeah.
And it goes for all the festivals, and it's really loud, like it's class, like. But I'm looking at hopefully getting an endorsement from a bass, because so if bass companies are watching, I mean bass amp companies endorse me and not an advertiser, you know.
Yeah. What kind of, I guess, like a Mark bass or something small?
I've
Like
been looking at
small
the
and
Mark bass. Yeah, the Mark bass. Mark Miller uses them, doesn't he? So I yeah, wouldn't mind Mark bass. I'm like.
All right, Mark Bass, if you're out there listening, let's keep it funky with Dr. Funk and get him that endorsement. Also, Ampeg or any of the other amazing amp companies out there. All right, let's see. Don wants to know, when does the Dr. Funk signature bass drop?
Like, well, yeah. So I'm really excited about that one. I just couldn't tell you when he's going to drop it though. He's just working on it. He said he was working on the neck last week. So and we've got to do the artwork. I've got a really good friend of mine, Tyrese. She's doing some art for us, like just like psychedelic art, and then see how it goes with that. Like, and I want it. Yeah, I like my psychedelic stuff, you know, like bright colors and that, like, 'cause that's the funk in it. So I want something really in your face, funky. Have you heard of TM Stevens?
I haven't, but I have now.
Check TM Stevens out. He was one of my idols growing up, and he's got this really like colorful bass. I think it's a Warwick bass, like.
Okay.
And like yeah, check if you've not heard TM Stevens, he's the man for the funk as well. He plays like heavy, funky stuff as well.
Very, very nice. All right. So, can you tell us who exactly is making the bass? Is it a custom, like
It's
small?
yeah.
Tell
Have
me.
you heard of Bassworks?
Bassworks, I believe so.
Bassworks, Luke Yerry. So we I've met him last year. Bruce Hartley, absolute legend of a guy. Like, and I've gone through like nearly every week seeing what specs I want, and I don't really know my specs, like, you know. But since like making this custom bass, I've learned everything really. and it's gonna. If I should have had the sheet to tell you what's on it, but once it's out, I'll be able to tell you. You know.
Very nice. We need to know everything about this custom bass when it drops. I'm
Mm.
so excited for you. Now, do you have any endorsements at all as far as strings?
Um, Tell you what, I've been offered some endorsements, right? But I really like Elixir strings, and have asked for an endorsement, but they don't want to give us one because they just last so long. Like they use like some kind of, I don't know, like some stuff on the string,
The
but
coating, the
like
nano web. It's called nano
nano
web
web,
coating technology.
it's like literally. So I buy a set of them in the last like 6 weeks, where I left the other strings. I play it quite a lot, you know, so I need long lasters. Like, so if Elixir are watching, endorse me.
What? How often do you go through strings?
So Elixir's last about 6 weeks for me.
6 weeks, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And
Wow, that's
other
crazy.
what how often do you change things, like?
I won't even talk about that. Okay, this is the Dr. Funk show. All right.
All right, okay, sorry.
Yeah, my strings. I am one of those bass players where I'm not changing my strings unless one of them pops, and it's always the G string that pops, and that's not a joke. That
Mm,
is the truth, people. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but
Get
I
that,
am
like.
actually endorsed by Roto Sound strings, and I really do like their black nylon
Yeah.
strings. But I am a huge fan of Elixir, and I use those all through my jazz career because of the coating. They're just so nice and smooth, and they do last
Yeah, no.
a long
Mhm.
time. We got John Hines with the big old nasty get down in the house. What's up, John? See, John has a couple of old TMs, a couple of TMs. A couple of TMs old bass.
Oh, I see. Nice. Can I have
Ooh,
one?
very, very cool. All right, let's see. Rachel Rose says, "Me too. Only the G strings. There's something about the dang G string that is always
It's the
popping on
good
a bass
things.
guitar." Eric Strickland asks, "Do you prefer round wound strings?"
I do myself. I For the slapping in it, you need those round ones for the slapping. Like, keep it nice and bright. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
So what's the secret sauce behind your technique, Dr. Funk?
Um. Well, I don't know. So there is obviously there's two. Well, there's a lot of different ways to slap the bass. Where you got your overhand anyway, you slap them down like a bit like Flea, and you got your double thumbing technique. I've tried to like sort of mix those together, you know, because it took me ages to learn the double thumb technique, but now I'm sort of getting there. I've tried to like put them all together, as well as the left hand slapping as well. I love playing the left hand, you know, just incorporating every different style. Apart from tapping, I don't really tap that much, you know.
I did see that you came out with a bass collab video with David
Oh
Pastores.
yeah,
How
yes, I did. Yeah.
how was that working with the amazing David Pastorius? I do have him on the show for everybody that's watching. I will be interviewing him. Let me look at my calendar next Tuesday, the 14th. So stay tuned for that. Tell me, what was it like working with David?
Well, it was really good. Like he's an incredible bass player. Like some of the stuff he does, I'm like, whoa. But like the thing with working with him, we're both not very tech savvy. Like, so it would have been better if we could, you know, like do it like technical, but we just both did it through our phones, and then I put it on a video editing software. So like we're more players, you know, we play in pubs and that, not bloody computers and stuff, you know. So like that would have been better if we were tech savvy. We should probably learn it, but yeah, we just did it through our phones, which was fine because it worked, you know.
Oh my goodness. And we actually talked about this collaboration 2 years ago.
We
It's
did,
been in the works that I was able to bring you guys together, and I'm so glad that it finally came to fruition.
well, yeah, like in the future we'll do some more stuff. The actual battle thing that you want, we'll do that, like, because that was what we were meant to do. But I thought it'd be better to do a jam because I can't do the tech stuff. Like I could just go and work with someone, but yeah, we just did it through our phones. Like could have been better. That's what I'm saying.
We have David Pastorius in the house. What's up, David? Thanks for coming and
Yes,
hanging out. We were just talking about the bass collab video that you guys put out recently. Everybody that's watching on Bass Players United on my page, make sure to go check out this video. Two of the funkiest bass players in the industry coming straight at you. So that is really cool that you guys did that. I'm really excited to see what else you guys will be putting out in the future.
yeah. Hopefully, that song that I created, I want to get that in the studio. Put that on the next album featuring David Pastorius. Like, I think that'd be cool.
Absolutely. Very, very cool. You guys are hanging out with Sunshine and the one and only Dr. Funk. We're going to start wrapping this up in a little bit. So if you guys have any questions, drop them there in the chat. Of course, we will have Dr. Funk back on the show soon because he is a favorite here on the Sunshine Show. How is little Miss Sarah Walker? Have you heard from her? I've seen that she is on the road.
Where's she, like, she's somewhere with snow. Is she Switzerland or something? France? Is it France? I don't know.
I'm not sure. She is.
I have been talking to her, but I've just
What's
got
that?
terrible memory. Like, yeah, I want to do a collaboration with her. So this year, I think she's either going to come here or I'm going to go there, and we're going to do a collaboration. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like, she's a good bass player.
I love this idea. Sorry, I'm trying to tag her. Don, will you please tag Sarah for me? Thank you very much, my beautiful secretary. Don, all right, let's see. John Hines says, we got to get you on a big old nasty get down track. How does somebody hire Dr. Funk to be on a track?
Well, just give us a message on Facebook, or I'll give you my number if you want later on, and yeah, just see what get us on the track. Me, I'm keen for that. Like, cost you like, but I'm not expensive.
Just slide on up into those DMs.
Those DMs, mate. Aye.
All right, so we went over your new album. Have you got the new merch in yet?
So the merchandise is through a drop shipping company.
Okay.
Which is drfunkmerch.com. If you want to go and check that out, I'm going to send some stuff to you personally, just because you're a legend,
Oh,
and then you can advertise on your shows and that. So yeah, that's all through Shopify. So you just buy on there. Everything comes within 2 weeks. My mum bought a shirt the other week, and it came within 2 weeks, and the quality is really good. So yeah, go and buy some of that merch. Right there you go. Someone's put it on the thing. Nice.
Yeah. Who actually did the design work for the merch?
Well, last year when we're doing the album, we got someone in to remarket Dr. Funk and made these new logos and stuff. So that became my logo now. So I did the old designs on the t-shirts, but they did the logo, so yeah, I'm pleased with them as well. Like I can't wait till I can afford to buy one myself.
Very nice. Very, very nice. You guys make sure to go hit up drfunkmerch.com and support this amazing artist who does so much to bring you music from his heart and his soul. I got a couple more questions for you, Dr. Funk, and I'll let you go because I know time is very precious and I appreciate you spending your time with us this evening.
Oh, it's all good. I'm happy to be here, Sunshine. I always like talking to you,
Oh, you're so very sweet. So let's talk about the bass that you actually did. We talked about the bass amp. Did we talk about the actual bass that you play currently?
Oh, I've got this absolute. Oh, it's just. I mean, do you want to say it? I'll just say it loud.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Show it to us.
it's a Fender Jazz 75th commemorative bass, and then I put a new custom. 2 minutes, I'll just get it.
All right, you are good, good, good. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me on the Sunshine Show, brought to you in part by Bass Players United, an amazing community full of amazing bass players. Boom. Oh,
So
that's
this is the absolute lovely Fender Jazz bass leg. Yeah, and it plays like a dream. I've got those nice elixirs on there. I've got the gold hardware.
beautiful. Very nice. And how long have you been playing that beauty for?
I just got this last year, but you know, my old bass was a Fender Jazz as well, Road Worn series, which I got when I was about 14. And then I got endorsed by Cassidy, but I went separate ways with them. Like, it's in my hands, the bass is in my hands. I just want to play it. Like,
Yeah, I know. All
I'm
right,
gonna put it down.
Jan says, Dr. Funk, you're my bass role model. I named one of my basses Dr. Funk.
Oh, that's class, mate. Hey, no, that hits me hard, man. Nice one, man. I appreciate that. Like,
Oh man, so many people look up to you. You inspire people of all ages. And thank you for everything that you do. I want to know how important content is for you, because I see your YouTube videos, I see your Instagram, I see your Facebook. You have a lot of followers, a lot of hits. Does that make up a lot of your time trying to put together content, or is that pretty easy for you to do on the fly?
yeah. So like, I'm not used to it. You know, like being a busker. I just go out and busk. I'm playing a gig, just go out and do a gig. So now that I've got like a following, it like sort of makes me want to give out content, if you know what I mean. Like, I quite enjoy coming up with new riffs and just jamming, and then go, all right, I'll just put this on the camera, and then I go through it. You know, I'll sit there and I'll go like, right, that's a good bit. And yeah, it's completely different now how it used to be. I used to just do it because I love to do it. I still love to do it, but now that like I feel like I have to give something at least once a week, like if that's the least. But I try to do it as much as I can now, you know, just to give the people something of myself, you know.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy it, like, and so yeah.
Very, very, very nice. All right, you guys. We're gonna start wrapping this up. Last question of the evening or afternoon, morning. I don't know, wherever you guys live. It is what time? It's 12:30 in the afternoon here in California. What time is it over there, Dr. Funk?
It's 8:30, 25 to 9 in the evening.
Oh, well, that was not my last question, okay?
All right, yeah.
Not my
Not
last.
too late.
What is your best piece of advice that you could give everybody at home, whether it be life advice, music advice? What you got for me?
Just try to not like worry too much, you know, like don't stress too much, like take it easy. Like enjoy the times when you're not pushing, enjoy the times when you're pushing, and just yeah, take it easy. Like it's hard life sometimes, gets you down, you know. Just life in general can get you down, and it's try not to think about that, you know. Like I don't know, I'm not really the best at life advice, but yeah, I just try and stay positive as much as possible. Be kind, be humble. I don't know. Oh, I think I've lost you. Hello, are you there? Oh, yeah, I can
Very,
hear.
very,
Right,
very
you
nice.
froze up
All
for a
right.
second there.
All right. Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, good. You're good. That's it. That's my advice.
Are we there or did we freeze? We might have froze.
Yeah, I can see
Are we
you.
there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
No. Perfect. Can you hear me? I think I froze a little bit.
You did. I was wondering, like, I don't know if I froze as well, though.
Can you hear me?
It's good now. It's good. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Shit.
Good.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry. All right, good. Thank you so much. I had such a great time talking with you today. I hope that you can hear me.
Oh, you've gone. I lost you. I don't know if people can see me or not.
You're good, man. She'll be back.
Oh, are we still live? Oh, okay.
Are we there? Are we done? I think we're still live. All right, we're wrapping this up. We're getting out of here. I love you so much, Dr. Funk. Thank you so much.
Sunshine, man.
Everybody go check out Dr. Funk's merch at drfunkmerch.com. All right, on 3, we're going to say bye. Ready? Uno, dos, tres. Bye.